Absolutely, my favorite place to be here at Mzansi, which is this couch. Joining us now in the loft is one of South Africa's much-loved personalities. She's a presenter and a lady that has worked hard to make her dreams come true. It's none other than the beautiful, gorgeous girl, Zoe Brown of the Expresso Morning Show.
Thank you, Pali. Oh, it's so nice to be on your show for a change. Normally, you're a visitor on our show.
Yeah, I know. This is kind of weird for us, but I mean, it feels as if, you know, the conversations we have, it's finally time to put them on television, okay?
I agree.
So let's start at the beginning. I mean, it shouldn't be a surprise to many South Africans, but I know a lot of people don't know this about you. Is back in the day, in your teenage years, you were actually somewhat of a beauty queen. I mean, how has that foundation kind of set you up for the career that you have now?
I think, I forgot. I did pageants back in the day. Yes, so I did a bit of pageantry. I think I was about 16 years old when I did a bit of modeling on the side. Yeah. You know, you earn a bit of pocket money, you put that money away. And it was just, I find myself always in these situations where I do something and then people will be like, oh, have you considered doing that? And I'm like, no, I haven't, but maybe I should. And then I do it. And then while you do, it just kind of steamrolls. So it started off with me supporting my sister at a modeling show, a talent search, and the lady doing the entries was like, well, why did you enter? And I'm like, Mom, what do you think? And my mom's like, I've got lipstick. So we put lipstick on my cheeks and on my lips and a little bit of eyeliner, and there I went. And I ended up winning that competition.
Not you coming through to steal the show.
And it was, I feel like I stumbled into it. And then from there, people were like, have you considered doing, you know, different pageants like Miss SA-teen? So that's kind of where it steamrolled. But yeah, I think in terms of preparing myself for this, I think I got a very big glimpse into what that lifestyle could be like and what I don't want for myself one day.
You know, I was literally saying this earlier, is that every single time I think of Presenter Search, I kind of have like PTSD because what a journey it was. But that was quite literally taking your dreams and turning them into a reality. How was the process for you?
It was quite a long process, and I think a lot of people, they see 2015 Presenter Search, yay, she won her job, but there were so many things that played into leading up to that moment. So my media career started in radio, doing campus radio. My first show was 3 a.m. till 6 a.m. This was now while being a student. Then my second show, which was like my first full show, was from 9 p.m. till midnight, Monday to Friday. So for any student, that is like social suicide. That's when most students have a social life. I missed out on that. And then that was during undergrad. So when I was doing my honors year, that's when I started off at KFM, where I'm currently today. And that radio show was midnight to 4. And so it was quite a crazy journey. I mean, I didn't have a car, so I had to ride the train from Stellenbosch to Greenpoint.
Zoe.
And that's the journey people don't see. They just see, oh, she won her job, she's so lucky. But there were so many things that came to play to give me that moment in 2015.
Yeah, and that's what they say, you know, they always say an overnight success actually takes 10 years in the making to make an overnight success. And we've seen that with you, but also the way in which you carry yourself within the industry shows that sacrifice, it shows that drive. I mean, 7 to 8 years now on the Expresso Morning Show.
Yes.
How many sacrifices have gone into those years? I mean, how's the experience been like for you?
Oh, you know, being on Expresso it's family. I mean, you walk onto set and no matter what mood you've woken up into, you walk onto that set and everyone is positive. Everyone is just, the energy is great and you can't help but feel happy. You know, the one thing people always ask is, how are you so happy so early in the morning? It's not difficult when you work with incredible people.
It's contagious.
And it is. And I mean, you only see the ones in front of the screen, but it's actually the people behind the screen that makes the show.
Yeah, it's definitely a family structure that we have going on. And, you know, it's kind of like, how can you be down when you've got someone cracking jokes behind the camera? You've got other people in your ears telling you, you know, no. But besides what happens behind the screen, I mean, you don't only believe in just finding success in one avenue of life, which is career, whether it's wellness, mind, body, and personal relationships. You really do kind of tick it all across the board. When it comes to your journey now, your mind, your body, your fitness brand, becoming an entrepreneur, how has that been and how has that shifted you as a woman?
I know today's theme is all about dreams to come true. They don't come true immediately. And I think that is what a lot of people need to remember. So yes, I focused on the career, but at the sacrifice of a personal life. Then I reached a point where I've taken a step back in the career career side where I was able to now have a bit of a personal life and still get that work-life balance. I think early on, and I think this comes also from my childhood years where my mom and dad went through a massive financial setback. I learned from a young age not to have all my eggs in one basket. And I think that has kind of also sparked to get the Zoe Brown apparel up and running. And just to make sure I start putting out feelers or plant more seeds, because you never know what's going to happen in this industry. You know, cancel culture is massive. You can say one thing wrong and you get removed from so many projects.
Yep.
And that's scary. That, you know, you're actually quite vulnerable because a contract can be cancelled like that.
Immediately. That's so true. So being able to not only push the entrepreneurial side, the support at home. Now, you've already said that you haven't really been the most vocal about your romantic life, but girl, it is lovely to see you in love. I love love. Okay, I'm guilty. And one thing about me, I will ask you about your private life. How is it going with Bay?
You know what? He is incredible. We were in high school together.
No.
We've always been friends. He is a civil engineer and he spent quite some time in Dubai. And whenever he came down to South Africa or visited Cape Town, there was always a, hey, let's meet up for coffee, let's meet up for lunch, let's meet up for dinner. So we were friends throughout. And I think it was just over a year ago where we just clicked and we realized, hang on, there's more than just friends. There are now feelings involved. And, you know, it's so incredible to have met my match.
Yeah.
Someone that allows me to shine and not feel intimidated by it. And someone that, even though he's not in this industry, he supports and understands it.
Yeah.
And for me, that was quite
crucial.
important. He is such an incredible guy. And what's quite interesting is my mom said to me that the two of us are rewriting their love story, my mom and dad's. Because my mom and dad were in high school together and never dated. My dad worked on the ships and would, whenever he came down to Cape Town, would visit. And yeah, and then they started dating and yeah, and then they've got 3 kids.
Zoe Brown and times another 2. Well, it's so incredible being able to touch base with you here on Afternoon Express. You are the most beautiful person inside and out. She really is exactly who she proves herself to be every single morning on Expresso. But we're still going to test your skills in the kitchen. One thing about us, we will make you work for your dinner. Now, to all of the young, aspiring Zoe Browns out there, you should take a leaf out of her book and instead of settling to the 9 to 5, push that 24/7 mindset to make your dreams a reality.